Alrighty, Archons, it's Brobner89. I'm back with another deck opening for you here on Cull the Weak. Yet another Dark Tidings deck. Let's see what we have today. Alright. Ooh, a long name on this one. Let's hope my reading is up to standard here. Oh my goodness. Shuaanic, who pours out portals. Shuaanic. Let's get the focus on here. Make sure it's focused correctly so you can see the cards. There we go. Shuaanic, who pours out portals. Okay. Ah, yes, and it does have unfathomable indeed, which makes sense with the portals and the pouring as well. Okay, so Star Alliance, unfathomable, and Logos. I'm thinking this is going to be my Discovery deck. We're going to have both Dark Discovery and Groundbreaking Discovery in the same deck. I'm calling it right now. Yeah, that is obviously that's what is going to happen here. Fingers crossed. Come on. All right, starting off with a library card. Not bad. Artifact action, purge library card. If you do for the remainder of the turn, after you play a card, draw a card. Not bad. I like that Logos efficiency. Speaking of which, Binary Moray, 5 power. This one's got a capture pip on it. 5 power after you raise the tide, ready Binary Moray. After your opponent raises the tide, exhaust Binary Moray. Reap, archive a card. Nice. A second Binary Moray. Very cool. Having 2 of them, you know, if the tide is low for you, you reap, archive, raise the tide, reap, archive. Like, that is worth it. That's worth taking 3 chains to do. Because you're archiving 2 cards and getting 2 amber. So effectively, it's like 1 chain for 2 cards and 2 amber. So in my mind, that is very worth it. Brain Eater, of course, 6 power. After an enemy creature is destroyed, fighting Brain Eater, draw a card. Very nice. Australis Seaborg is 4 power. Reap, deal 2 damage to creature. If this damage destroys that creature, raise the tide. Infomorph is 4 power. It brings 2 draw enhancements into the deck. Information Exchange, steal 1 if your opponent stole from you on their previous turn, steal 2 instead. It's got a draw pip on it. Very nice. Old Egad, 1 power and 2 armor. Destroyed ward each of Old Egad's neighbors. We've got another one of those. P.I. Sweven is a 2 power creature with reap if the tide is high. Draw 3 cards. Static Charge, this one with a draw pip on it. It's got an amber pip as well. This creature gains at the start of your turn. Deal 2 damage to each of this creature's neighbors. Nice little spot removal there. Talmage Steelheart, 3 power. Play, give Talmage Steelheart a +1 power counter for each card you have played this turn, including this one. Okay, that is Logos for you. We definitely have some efficiency going on with the 2 Binary Morays. Library card is neat to have. Tide Control out of Seaborg, that's good. Brain Eater's fun. A little bit of board control, and the P.I. Sweven could stack really nicely with the library card. Just get lots of draws in there, and Static Charge with another draw. So you could have a pretty big turn off of your library card if you set up correctly. A little bit of amber control with the information exchange. Oh, you know what? Yeah, no, it's fine. All right. Exploratory Craft is an artifact. Action, exhaust up to 3 friendly creatures. For each house represented among creatures exhausted this way, draw a card. That's okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. So you could, you know, use one of your Star Alliance creatures and then 2 others. We'll see what Star Alliance creatures we have that might be a good target for this, but we have a decent number of Logos creatures that'll stick on the board. So that could get you some value there. That's pretty neat. Make it so. Choose a house, reveal the top card of your deck. If that card belongs to the chosen house, draw it and trigger this effect again. Yeah, that's pretty neat. I mean, you're just guessing, right? But The strategy is keep guessing Star Alliance, and then you can keep drawing cards and then playing them. Yeah, it could be pretty good. Agent Sepida is a 4-power, 1 armor creature. Fight/reap, deal 1 damage to a creature. If the tide is high, stun that creature. So that could be pretty good for the draw card. I would rather draw a card than do... Well, maybe that effect is good if the tide is already high for you. Teresa, nice. 3-power creature. It's a robot. You can use it as if it belonged to either of its neighbors' houses, or you can play it as an upgrade with that same effect. So you could bring, for example, P.I. Swevin into any house if it had neighbors of that house. You could bring Seaborg into any house if it had neighbors of that house. Brain Eater, Binary Moray. So yeah, some pretty good targets for that already that we see. So that's pretty cool. Ambervac, play Raise the Tide. This creature gains at the start of your turn if the tide is high. Capture 2. Diplomat Agung, plays Fight Reap. For the remainder of the turn, a friendly creature belongs to the house of your choice in addition to its other houses. That's really great for some of those Logos cards we have, the Swevin or the Morays. Nice. Lieutenant Valmart, 3-power, place Fight Reap. If the tide is high, keys cost +3 during your opponent's next turn. Remember, the tide needs to be high or that won't happen. Light of the Archons, this is an upgrade. This creature gets +1 power and +1 armor for each upgrade attached to it. Goes nicely with the Ambervac, because then that creature that's getting all that amber put onto it is going to be more and more powerful. So you'd be happy to put that on like Tau Mage. You got a big Tau Mage. That'd be pretty good. Ooh, Officer's Blaster. This creature gets +2 armor. This creature gains destroyed. Attach Officer's Blaster to this creature's right neighbor. So also going to pair nicely with the other artifacts we've got going on so far. Rocketeer Triska. While the tide is high, Rocketeer Triska's neighbors enter play ready. And if you've got the tide, Diplomat Agung would be a really good thing to put next to that, because then you can use 2 off-house creatures on your Star Alliance turn there. That's pretty awesome. Science Officer Quincans, 2-power, elusive. After a player chooses an active house which matches no cards in play, steal 1. We like Quincan here. Zap, got an Amber Pip, and it's play, deal 1 damage to a creature for each house represented among creatures in play. This is going to be the last Star Alliance card that we've got. So looking pretty spicy so far. We've got a good amount of house cheating in Star Alliance. We've got a good amount of efficiency in Logos. We're going to need to see some disruption in Unfathomable to make it all work, because we have to slow our opponent down. Like, we can go fast and we can house cheat with our Star Alliance and our Logos, but for what? We have to have disruption in Logos to mess with the opponent, and then some sort of like way to burst Amber or something. We've got an okay amount of Amber control. But yeah, we're gonna need to have some burst in here, or maybe a Dark Discovery, some sort of, neat key cheat or something. Rust Miser, 5-power, reap, exhaust each enemy artifact. The Susurrus is an artifact. Action, exhaust a friendly unfathomable creature. If you do, exhaust up to 3 creatures and or artifacts. Okay, that's not bad. So you sacrifice one of your creatures in order to disrupt your opponent. That's pretty cool, and you can keep using it again and again. Abyssal Zealot, 4-power. After you raise the tide, capture 2. After your opponent raises the tide, move 2 Amber from Abyssal Zealot to the common supply. That's pretty cool. Nice little Amber control play there. Thundertoe, action, exhaust 2 creatures, deal 2 damage to each exhausted creature. Okay, so more disruption. Under pressure, dun, 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 dun. This creature cannot ready. Nice, like it. Wrath or Ruin. Choose one. Destroy a flank creature or return 2 enemy creatures to their owner's hands. That's that can be really annoying for your opponent to deal with. So we're seeing a lot of that disruption I was talking about. Really just mess with your opponent's board, make it hard for them to do anything. Flamegill Enforcer, 6 power. Action capture 3. After your opponent raises the tide, enrage the Flamegill Enforcer, a second one of those. Guilt Spine Netcasters, 2 power. Enhance, bringing 2 capture icons into the deck, and it's Reap, exhaust a creature. Okay. Seabringer Krakoa, 7 power. Taunt, destroyed, raise the tide. Second one of those. And Sink or Swim. Choose one. Your opponent discards a random card from your hand or exhaust a creature and each of its neighbors. Okay, so we definitely have a lot of that exhaustion, disruption that I was talking about we needed. Is it enough? Is it enough? That is the question. Let's go ahead and start by looking at Amber, because I'm not sure if we produce enough Amber. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Not very much. We can count Information Exchange to get us up to 8, because you'll steal 1 with that. So a bit worrisome on the Amber count there. So you're definitely going to need to Reap. Let's count our creatures. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Quite a few creatures. And, you know, a decent amount of house interplay, house cheating to get extra value out of them. Is it enough? With only like 8 printed Amber, 7 printed Amber and an Information Exchange. Maybe it's enough. It's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. Yeah, you're going to need to make sure that you're reaping as often as you can. Do we have enough board control to make that a viable strategy? You know, shut down the opponent's board while you just go ahead and reap away. Maybe. Let's check our board control here. Sink or Swim, 1. Guilt Spine Netcaster, 2. Wrath or Ruin, 3. Under Pressure, 4. Thundertoe, 5. Cicerus, 6. Zap, I guess, 7. This 8. What's it? Agent Zapita, 8. Static Charge, 9. Seaborg, 10. Yeah. So not a ton of board control in here. A board wipe would, you know, obviously be really nice, like a General Order 20, or not General Order 24. What am I thinking of? One of the Star Alliance ones that destroys everything. You get to choose 1 creature of each house to keep around. That would be nice to have. Grand Alliance Council, that's the one. That would be really good to have. To lay down some board control. As it is, we only have like disruption. I was counting a lot of those things that just do disruption. So yeah, board control is going to be a challenge here. I'm still kind of unfamiliar with how effective the fish disruption is. Is it enough to slow you down enough to like get you in the game? Like, this deck has a lot of efficiency, but it doesn't have a lot of Amber control. So like, is it or Amber gain? So like, is it enough to slow down your opponent's board to get your Amber count up and get you across the finish line? Maybe. Let's look at Amber control, because there's a decent amount of Amber control in here. So we have 2 Flamegill Enforcers, Zealot 3, Kincan 4, Valmart 5, Ambervac 6, Information Exchange 7. Yeah, we have okay, and then there's a capture coming from somewhere, I guess from the Guilt Spine. So there's like an okay amount of Amber control. It's not amazing. Again, you're going to be leaning on that disruption. Is it enough? Is there enough house interplay to go fast enough to, or house cheating to go fast enough to get up to, you know, the Amber count you need before your opponent can? Can you slow down their board enough with all this exhaustion and stuff? I don't know, because this is kind of a very Dark Tidings deck, right? Like all the disruption, and then I don't know, the Logos Star Alliance interplay we've seen before in other decks, and it's always really fun. I love those kind of decks, but I don't know if this deck has the sauce to really make that happen. Like being able to go fast and play between houses is always great, but like you have to be able to do something else with all that speed, right? If you're just going fast, it's might not be enough. But this deck definitely looks fun, and I will enjoy playing it whether I win or not. Yeah, it's just going to be a matter of finding out if there's enough disruption in here to take care of your opponent's board before they can get to the finish line there. And yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see how it goes. This is another edition of Cull the Weak. Well, groundbreaking discovery here on Cull the Weak. I'm Brobner89, and I will catch you next time.